folks need to get out early. So I'm going to turn this over to Justin Veach, who is the chair of the Boulder County Arts Alliance Board. And you might know Justin because he runs the operations at the Longmont Theater. Museum, not the theater.
That's right. Thanks so much, Deb. Yes, I'm Justin Veach, and I'm the manager of the Longmont Museum Stewart Auditorium, and I curate public programs there. Just a little aside, the Longmont Museum is a municipal museum, shockingly, so I'm an employee of the city of Longmont, but I do live in Boulder. So, thanks for having me, and thanks for asking. Let's see. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Boulder City Council Candidates Arts Forum, hosted by Boulder County Arts Alliance, Create Boulder, and the Boulder Chamber. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Boulder is nationally recognized for its creativity, innovation, and cultural vibrancy, and our arts community contributes not only to who we are, but also to our economy, education, and overall quality of life. This evening's forum is all about learning how our candidates view the role arts and culture play in Boulder's future, and how they would act as leaders to support and strengthen this vital part of our community. The format is that we will begin with an opening question with each candidate answering. Each candidate has exactly 1 minute for every single question we ask this evening. Then we're going to ask another 11 questions, and for each question we will be choosing 2 candidates, and I'll be drawing those candidates' names out of one of Deborah's hats here. She brought lots of hats with her. And then throughout the forum, all candidates will be asked to respond to what we are calling the elevator pitch question. Stay tuned for that. If the formal program ends before 7 p.m., we invite you all to stay for an informal meet and greet with the candidates. This is an opportunity for attendees and candidates to connect directly and continue the conversation. There will be no Q&A session this evening, so if you have any comments or questions, please ask that you reserve them for the end of the program, after the program's over. And to please limit them to questions regarding the arts if possible. I'm getting my 30-second warning already. Thank you, Lynn.
It really wasn't for you, it's for everybody else.
Oh, I see. So I have no time limit? Right. Okay. Well, I also want to just keep in mind that I just want to thank the candidates for their time. I know that you all have a very busy schedule, and these forums are hard to fit in around your lives. So I really appreciate you being here, and I want us all to respect their time. We're going to be running through this rather quickly, so let's try to keep our comments to the end and make sure that this is interruption-free if possible. So opening question, and this is for each one of the candidates. We will begin at the far end and work our way down. Boulder is known nationally for its creativity, innovation, and cultural vibrancy. As a candidate for City Council, how do you see arts and culture shaping Boulder's future in terms of its identity and quality of life?
Thanks. Hi, I'm Rob Kaplan. When I first moved to Boulder, one of the things that attracted me here were the arts. I have an admitted art problem. I've mortgaged my house for a piece of art before. Kind of kidding. It is what makes Boulder so vibrant. Without the arts here, it's another city. And if the arts left, it would be a shell of the city. When people come here, they want some impactful experiences. The arts gives them that. It's vibrancy, it's the culture, it's what has made Boulder the funky and cool town that it is. It's what is attracting things like Sundance and the Roots Music Festival. My friends ask me about Boulder. I tell them how vibrant it is. I'm a drummer. I love music. I love art. I love this community, and I will always support the arts. I don't think it needs to compete with anything else. I think it's a standalone, huge factor in what makes the city so special.
Thank you so much for having us here tonight. I always appreciate a chance to talk with you all. Art is how we remember who we are and imagine who we can be. Art is resistance, art is connection, and art is hope. Who in the room needs some hope right now? I know I do. In Boulder, artists are helping us confront injustice, celebrate belonging, and shape the equitable, sustainable, and resilient future that we're all looking for. In my 4 years on City Council, I've been so honored to support equity-driven funding, spaces for working artists, and including arts funding in every department rather than trying to silo it off as its own thing. Boulder's future identity and quality of life depend on creativity that's inclusive, resilient, and alive in every neighborhood in our city, especially as we're facing rising costs and global instability. Arts and culture are critical to our city because when artists thrive, democracy does too.
I'm Lauren Folkers, Boulder's Mayor Pro Tem, and I'm an architect in our community. And while we are known nationally for creativity and innovation, too often our built environment doesn't live up to this reputation. Too often our rules leave no room for artistic expression because getting projects approved is risky, and developers use designs that have worked for them before. And that makes our cityscape constrained and repetitive. I believe arts and culture should be part of everyday life. We need public art that sparks conversation, storefronts that show personality of their businesses, and neighborhoods that celebrate diversity and identity. To get there, we need to make creative expression easier, simplify permits for art installations, and let businesses paint their buildings pink. Because arts and culture are not extra, they shape how we connect and how we feel about where we live. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mark Wallach, I want to first thank our sponsors for putting this on. I think it's a terrific forum. For me, art is fundamental. It's essential to the quality of life that we have here in Boulder and elsewhere. My particular passion with my wife is theater, and I want to see the theater community in Boulder prosper and grow. In fact, I spent a week at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival a few years ago. I want to bring that here. I think we deserve a theater community that's every bit as vibrant as our other communities. But in any event, arts are so fundamental to our reputation, to our very being as an enlightened city, and I support everything that we're doing in the arts and will continue to do so.
My name is Matt Benjamin, running for City Council. Just want to share, as an artist myself, I do photography. And what I find interesting is that it's more than just expression, it's a sense of place, it's how we tell our stories. And in this time, as Nicole pointed out, that's maybe how we find a little joy. I spend my time in the backyard with my telescope or looking for wildlife or landscapes in which to capture those moments. And those moments can be captured, but more importantly, it's about how do we harness the essence of who we are in that art. And that expression is so key in what we do. And that's something that I really want to look forward to continue to foster in our community. As a board member for the Boulder Museum of Contemporary Art, that's something that we foster. I'm looking forward to their campus moving to North Boulder. Maybe thinking about Performing Arts Complex. How we think about supporting our art, as has been said, is not an extra, it's foundational. And I'm so happy to have worked with Create Boulder in order to create that opportunity for 2A to get past, so we have a foundation of tax revenues, and it's that foundation, which is the floor, not the ceiling, for how the city supports arts going forward. So look forward to more opportunities to how our arts can continue to thrive.
Howdy, I'm Max Lord, Lord Larson. Yeah, I think sometimes, I heard once, probably my mother said that science is how we stay alive and art's the reason to. And I think that that's a bit unfair to both of them, but it's a good reminder, right? That we can be a pillar of progress, and I believe that we are. We have the sciences here, but art's everywhere else. It's what we eat, it's what we wear. To Lauren's point, it's the buildings that we live in. And we need to remember to prioritize it. We don't want to live in a sterile city. We want to provide an ample place for artists to grow and thrive. And then and only then do we see beauty everywhere in everything that we interact with.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jenny Robbins. I am chair of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board and co-chair of the Chamber CAC, where we support local artists and business every single month. My husband is an illustrator by trade. He has gone off of illustrating by hand and now moved to digital art, which is what he does for a living. My family and I own a small business here in Boulder. They make TV commercials for a living. In my opinion, art is extremely important to the city of Boulder. It's part of our culture, it's how we thrive, it's woven into our city and everything that we do. It's an economic driver, it provides jobs, it provides tourism, and it's extremely important that we support our arts community here. I was a supporter of 2A, Go Team, super happy about that one. We've got to figure out in the city how we get more money to the arts from the 2A ballot measure. And I'm excited to get on board and take on that challenge. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Rachel Rose Isaacson. It's so nice to be here and talk about the arts. So for me, when we're talking about arts and culture shaping Boulder's future identity, and when we're talking about artists in general, I'm not just thinking about art as something I get to consume, but I'm also thinking about my friends and whether they get to be here and be supported in the work that they do. And for me, being 28 years old, that matters a lot to me. I want to be able to see more people, my age, be able to live in Boulder and being able to thrive here, but also, I forget who said this, it's been a long line of folks, but yeah, I don't want to just live in any city. I want to live in a city that's vibrant and where the arts are thriving, and I want to help make that happen.
I also end up so people can see me in the back. My name is Aaron Stone. I'm a computer engineer by trade. But when I get really bored looking at code, I need to play piano or saxophone or clarinet. And I'm in a local group. We play Indonesian music. It's called gamelan. It's something that's traditional to where my wife comes from. Arts for me, they're fundamental. I wouldn't be able to enjoy life without having arts in my life. And so, as someone up here said, they also help us to confront injustice. And I have a real problem with the city right now and how they're confronting injustice, because they're invested in a genocide right now that's going on in Gaza. We have 4 companies that
just
are
ask that we
profiting
keep your answers to the arts.
And I think this has a lot to do with the arts as well. I'm sorry, but it does. Because we have to be truthful about the arts if we are going to really honor them. So I think they're fundamental. I love the murals around the city, and I want to continue to promote these artistic things that are going on around here, like Sundance. I appreciate you having me here, and please consider me for City Council. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Montserrat, and as an art professional, I am deeply passionate about this topic. Quite frankly, I don't think a minute is enough to answer these questions. You know, Boulder's identity and quality of life is in the arts and cultures. They make our city vibrant, and they connect us. From breakdancing on Pearl Street to concerts at the Boulder Theater and Friday Night Weird at the Dairy, to First Fridays at Novo Arts District. These moments reflect who we are and who we want to be, and I think we have to champion really the arts as part of the city hospitality. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. It's now time for me to pull 2 names from the hat for our first question. Rob Camp and Aaron Stone.